Does it feel good to be back in front of a camera? Did you miss me? 1 year ago today, I got my first DSLR, the Canon 70D. I want to show you how much my photography and photo editing skills have hopefully improved since then. Now, huge disclaimer, for those that don't know, I do mostly video. Even though I've gotten more into photography since getting this, taking photos is usually secondary or an afterthought for me when I'm out shooting. Also, I'm not a pro, I'm not claiming to be a pro, I just think this could be a cool video to look back on. But yes, I have made a lot of progress since this. This is the first photo I ever took on my camera. It's, I mean, not a bad photo, I guess. It's of my friend Matt's dog, Nala, looking cute as ever. I don't even think I edited it. This next photo was taken at a music video shoot that I was at a few days later. And as you can see, I was trying to do something cool with the composition of it, and I think it turned out alright. It's kind of crooked, the edit's kind of boring, but overall, it's kind of a cool concept. As I think you'll see with the majority of my photos, I think where my photography excels is in capturing like candid moments, and this photo kind of speaks to that. It's of my friend Claire skating, and I just thought it was a cool moment. She was looking down and she's in a cool coat, and it's a really picturesque location. Unfortunately, I was still shooting full auto at this point, so my shutter speed was really low, and also I was skating myself, so it ended up being kind of blurry. Nonetheless, I was happy about taking that photo, and this is the first time that I tried messing around with editing colors and messing with some editing stuff in Lightroom. I like these photos a lot. You can see, like, just in a quick time, I'm already making some progression. These are my first attempts at shooting portraits and getting comfortable with trying to tell a person to stand a certain way or do something with their hand, which can be pretty awkward. This photo was actually taken from an iPhone 6, but I thought I'd put it in this video because it shows my like first development of a style, if you will. Sort of hyper-realistic, super colorful adventure feel. You can even see some coloring that I messed with, like it's kind of purple up there and transitions down to like a teal in the blues. To get this kind of feel or style, I bump up the clarity a lot and the luminance and saturation on colors. I mess with a ton to make it look a little more natural, even though it's still hyper realistic with that bumped up clarity. Now, for a while I thought it was really cool to shoot upwards at people. This is an example of that. I just think it's a cool perspective. These next two photos show me caring a lot more about lighting and framing things. As you can see, I try having things in the foreground and the background, as well as like framing my subject so that they're point of interest. Not perfect, but I'm trying new things. Once again, I just love these photos because I think they captured really authentic moments, still with that same editing style though. This is definitely one of the most unique photos I've ever taken, and it's pretty cool. It was just messing with perspective and telling people to stand a certain way, and then me like on the ground taking a picture, which luckily we got first try because seconds later there was a torrential downpour on the beach where we were staying. But the idea of this photograph got me thinking more about perspective and how I can mess with that. I love this photo. It just tells so much of the story of my time in Tanzania with Give, and it's an action shot again. Like I said, I think I'm pretty good at capturing candid moments, and this was one of the most raw, telling moments of my time in Tanzania. And this is my first attempt at a long exposure portrait. Not perfect, but turned out kind of cool. Another really cool moment I captured of my homie Davis in one of the most scenic locations I've ever been to. So you probably won't believe me, but up until now I have been shooting almost selectively in auto and in JPEG. It wasn't until this photo when I finally switched over to shooting manual and shooting in RAW, which is a complete game changer. These two photos show the next style that I was trying to develop. It's low contrast, high saturation, making the colors pop and making it kind of an old-fashioned feel with giving like a teal to the blues. I also really like the composition of Mikey and Viv over there. It almost looks like they're in two different locations, if only there weren't so many people in the background kind of ruining it. My attempt at copying Brandon Wolfel, some hashtag views with my brother, same kind of style with that teal and the blues. I really love this moment that I captured after the Ohio State-Penn State game. Not only is it a cool composition and cool moment with that girl, but this is the first time that I tried split toning, which if you don't know what that is, you can kind of see some reds in the highlights and you can really see some greens in the shadows. And split toning is really how you can make an image have a feel or a tone. So this is where I started getting into that in my editing. Same thing with these last two. It kind of goes back to my original style that I developed, it's hyper realistic, but with split toning, and in this case kind of like a teal and orange split toning, which just gives the photo like such a cool feel. I don't know, they're so satisfying to look at. It feels like you're looking into a movie or something. And that's it. That takes me up to pretty much today. I haven't taken any photos in the past week because I've been doing finals, but if you haven't already thought about doing this, follow me on Instagram because I post all my photos there, as well as photos that I take of other people, and I'm pretty active on the stories featured there, so go follow me on Instagram. And if you haven't already, if you're new around here, I make cool videos, so consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. I'm about to start working on my semester recap video, as well as some other cool projects, and the vlogs are right around the corner, don't you worry. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this video, if you liked it, if you want to see more things like this. If you want to see an analogous video with regards to my cinematography or like video skills, let me know in the comments. But nonetheless, I really hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.